Hakeem, Olajuwon, and David Robinson might come to mind. These players...
When we talk about the legends of basketball, one name that stands tall is Patrick Ewing. Born on August 5, 1962, in Kingston, Jamaica, Patrick's early years were shaped far away from the bright lights.
Heart of the Hoya attack, but if anything, Ewing is even more intimidating on defense, and because of him, Georgetown's opponents drive to the basket at their own peril. But tonight, Ewing is up against a foe worthy of his field. Houston Stars center Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem and Ewing are without question the two most powerful big men in college basketball, and in a few moments they will be going at each other off the boards for the first time ever.
Of the NBA. At the age of 12, he moved to the United States with his family, settling in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It was there that his journey truly began, a journey defined by passion, discipline, and an unstoppable drive to succeed. Patrick's basketball talent quickly shone through, and it led him to Georgetown University in 1981. For the next 4 years, he became the face of college basketball. Ewing led the Georgetown Hoyas to the NCAA championship game in 1982 and again in 1984. In that same year, they claimed victory and won the national title. His dominance on the court was unmatched, and in 1985, he was honored with the Naismith College Player of the Year award. With his shot-blocking ability, physical presence, and scoring power, Ewing redefined the center position in college hoops. Then came the moment every young player dreams of, the NBA draft. In 1985, Patrick Ewing was selected as the #1 overall pick by the New York Knicks. A city hungry for basketball greatness welcomed him with open arms. For 15 seasons.
When it comes to the great centers of NBA history, there are a famous few who hog all of the shine and attention to themselves. For example, the Shaq, Chamberlain, and Hakeems of the world, just to name a few. But then you have a guy like Patrick Ewing, who was a dominant force on both ends of the court, carried his franchise for years, and who ranks high on many of the NBA's all-time statistical lists. Unfortunately, Ewing is one of those legends that never won an NBA championship. And whether it's fair or not, by and large, that's the greatest determining factor in how we separate the icons from simply the great players. Today we're evaluating the talent, nuances, and legacy of a Knicks legend that I'm sure their fans miss very dearly. Patrick was drafted in 1985 with the first overall pick by the New York Knicks. When Ewing was entering the NBA, he was 23 years old and was coming off of an extremely successful 4 years with Georgetown University. Ewing was a 7-foot center with a near 8-foot-long wingspan. He was a force when attacking the rim, he was skilled with low post moves, and with his reach and athleticism, he was an elite shot blocker. There wasn't anything necessarily flashy about his game, but he was smooth, consistent, and methodical. His rookie year was plagued with injuries, causing him to miss 32 games of his first season. Other than the games he missed, his rookie campaign was quite solid, as he averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks on 47.4% shooting. With this being said, Patrick and his Knicks were still far from contending in a tough, top-heavy Eastern Conference. After his
with nothing less than a national title at stake.
Who had 3 assists Saturday, and that's a big assist to get him started. 10-4. And Winslow was in trouble, got it to Hakeem. So Georgetown, after trailing by 8, has tied it up. 8 straight unanswered points until that play.
There was a case where Ewing tried to help out.
Rodnack's not able to get it. Ewing is there and very nicely puts it back up. He has 4 points.
Length of the court. He and Olajuwon are amazing how they can get up down the court.
Reggie Williams, Ewing to follow.
Trying to do too much too soon.
Anders is number 33 in red. Ewing.
Some shot. Some statement.
That foul, by the way, against Georgetown was his 6th.
No question about the accuracy on that one.
He had an arch and an ankle is bothered in his right foot. Hakeem.
Caliber. They just could never quite make it over the hump. These 5 seasons encompass the prime of Ewing's career, as he averaged 25.6 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 3 blocks on 51.8% shooting during that stretch. Within these years of contending were many ups and downs for Ewing. Due to his shortcomings in the playoffs, many labeled him a choker, like in the 1995 East semifinals when Ewing blew a layup that would have sent Game 7 to overtime, or like the 1994 NBA Finals when Ewing shot under 40% for the series and was greatly outplayed by Hakeem Olajuwon. But let's be honest, what center in the 90s did not get embarrassed by Hakeem Olajuwon? Despite a few crucial instances where Patrick underperformed, there were also times where he came up huge, like in Game 6 of the 1992 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Bulls, where the Knicks were facing elimination and Ewing was dealing with a severe ankle sprain, yet Ewing still scored 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks in a Willis Reed-type performance to secure the victory. The truth is, Ewing is somewhere in the middle like most players. He had moments where he came up small in the playoffs, and he had moments where he came up clutch. The difference in how you're remembered is usually defined by whether or not you won championships. And unfortunately, due to Jordan and Olajuwon and ongoing knee issues, he was never able to secure that ring. His Knicks were able to make it to another NBA Finals in 1999, but at that point, he was 36 years old and wasn't the player he once was. He played 17 years in the NBA in total and had career averages of 21 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks on 50.4% shooting. For his career, he was an 11-time All-Star, made 7 All-NBA teams, and 3 All-Defense teams. He's 23rd on the all-time scoring list and 6th among strictly centers. He's 25th all-time in rebounds and 7th all-time in blocks. The numbers and talent tell us that he's one of the greatest centers to ever live. But I honestly think the narratives about him have made him somewhat underrated. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments section how good you think Patrick Ewing is. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Drafted as the first overall pick by the New York Knicks in 1985, Ewing quickly became the cornerstone of the franchise. His powerful dunks, precise shot blocking, and ability to score from both inside and outside the paint transformed the Knicks into a competitive team throughout the late 1980s and 1990s. Ewing's fierce work ethic and relentless drive earned him numerous accolades, including 11 All-Star selections and the NBA Rookie of the Year award. He also played a crucial role in leading the Knicks to the NBA Finals in 1994, where they faced the Houston Rockets in a thrilling 7-game series. Beyond his individual achievements, Ewing's leadership and charisma inspired his teammates and captivated fans. His loyalty to the Knicks and his commitment to excellence solidified his legacy as one of the greatest centers in the history of the game. Even after retiring from professional play, Ewing's impact on basketball continued as he transitioned into coaching, sharing his knowledge and passion for the sport with the next generation. Patrick Ewing remains a symbol of determination and excellence, embodying the spirit of a true champion in the world of basketball.
He goes down court, senses he can participate in something, and he does. And that's a great reward for the big man.
French grab. There's Starks. John Starks with the ball. Ewing puts it down. And the Knicks by one. The New York Knicks get into the NBA Finals to go up against the Houston.
Ewing on a wing, starting his drive again. Power move.
Forget it when he gets in there.
Ewing.
Oh, wow. Oh, now he's going to take him to dinner. He's begging for the basketball. He thinks about it, and bam.
On offense, it means give it to Michael. Give it to Patrick. Oh, what a shot! The basket and will go to the line. What a performance. Six victory and stay alive. What a courageous effort here tonight. The concentration to finish this shot.
Work with. So in that respect, yeah, and he's a lot more easygoing than I was at that age.
This is his routine. He likes to do this, come out here and try to sing, try to dance.
he's all fun and joke. Me, I was all serious, had my game face on, so totally different.
We always go back and forth about, what would happen if we played against each other. And he always says, man, if I was playing against you back in the day, I would have gave you 50. Yeah, I don't care.